guys and welcome back to my channel Sonia Rathi, and we are going to talk all about economics. So get ready with economics with Sonia, and here we are with microeconomics video 8, where we are going to talk about determination of consumer equilibrium with the help of the IC curve. In the earlier video we talked about the budget line and the changes in the budget line. How the budget line could be changed, either due to change in the income, so the budget line due to this shift to the right side or left side, or due to the change in the prices of the two commodities. So the budget line, either there is a change in the x-axis, if the x commodity, so the price line changes to x-axis. If there was a change in the price of the y commodity, so the budget line changed to y-axis. This all we talked about in the earlier video. I hope you understood it. If you missed the video somehow, kindly go and check that. I'll keep the link in the description box so that you can check the earlier video. So now let's come to the determination of consumer equilibrium with the help of the IC curve. Now, we have understood consumer equilibrium because we have started already. Consumer equilibrium क्या होता है? It is a condition or a situation where the consumer is having maximum satisfaction with the given income and he does not want to change the way he is spending the money. This is consumer equilibrium. Now, IC. IC क्या होता है? IC is a graphical representation of different combination of two commodities giving consumer same level of satisfaction. That means now we are going to talk about how we can have consumer equilibrium. That means how we can have the maximum satisfaction under the help of IC. I have explained you consumer equilibrium, I have explained you IC. Now we are going to talk about under the IC approach. In order to have maximum satisfaction, what is required? Since the consumer knows his income, he knows the price of two commodities. That means he knows his budget. If he knows his budget, that means he knows the budget line too. Now, he knows the budget line, that means he can have maximum satisfaction as the consumer with given budget. He will try to achieve the highest level of indifference curve. Now, the consumer equilibrium will be achieved. Now they are telling when you can achieve consumer equilibrium situation. Consumer equilibrium will be achieved when budget line is tangent to the highest possible IC curve. Now, here is the budget line. Here is the budget line. Now we are saying budget line should be tangent to highest possible IC curve. Let me draw 2-3 ICs. This is first IC. This is IC 1. Let me draw another IC. This is IC 2. Let me draw another IC. IC 3. Now I have drawn 3 ICs where 2 IC are touching the budget line. AB is the budget line and the combination, the point C, D on IC1 touching the budget line AB. Then point D, point E on IC2 is touching the budget line. And then we have different IC3. Right? Now, budget line should be tangent to highest possible IC curve. That means the slope of IC should be equal to the slope of budget line. Ab slope of IC क्या है? It is the marginal rate of substitution of banana for pear, because we have taken two goods, pear and banana, which is equal to the slope of budget line. Now what is budget line? Price of pear upon price of banana. Right? So this situation should come equal. Only then we can have the consumer equilibrium determination under the IC curve. Now there are two conditions which are very essential for the consumer equilibrium. First is the budget line must be tangent. Budget line must be tangent to the IC curve. That means marginal rate of substitution of banana for pear should be equal to price of pear upon price of banana. And second condition is that IC must be convex to the origin at the point of tangency. That means IC, which is convex, it should be tangent to the budget line at point of origin. At the origin. Now, that is the marginal rate of substitution must be diminishing. अब ये क्या होता है? This we have already studied. Let's revise. Marginal rate of substitution. That means the rate at which we are substituting banana is diminishing as in order to have one more additional unit of apple. The rate at which the banana is substituting is decreasing for an additional unit of pear. This is MRS. And IC should be convex. It cannot be concave or straight. It should always be convex. So, now you see, you know now higher IC means higher satisfaction. We know the budget line, and what they are saying, the budget line should be tangent to the highest IC curve. Now budget line, this AB is touching IC1 also and IC2 also. Point C and D on same. Point C and D only. The point C and D, they are on the same IC1. That means they are giving same level of satisfaction. And they are on the budget line also. So we can consider these 2 points. But let's see what point E is showing. Now point E on the IC2 is also tangent to budget line AB. Now what I can see is point E is on the higher level of satisfaction. Point E is on IC2. That means IC2 is bigger. IC2 is greater than IC1. IC2 is greater than IC1. That means IC2, the point E is giving higher level of satisfaction to the consumer as compared to point E. Point E on IC2 is giving higher level of satisfaction to the consumer as compared to the point C or D on IC1. This is, you have to write what I have explained you. So I hope you have understood this. Now the question arises, you will say that IC3 is greater than IC2. IC3 is greater than IC2 and IC1. So why we are not taking IC3? Because IC3 is unattainable. Why? Because IC3 is not touching our budget line. IC3 curve is not tangent to our budget line. That means our budget is limited under IC, and IC3 is much beyond that. It is not possible to have the consumption of any good on the IC3 because we are not able to attain the quantity of good on IC3. It is beyond our reach. So we can only compare the budget line with the two IC, as both IC lie on our budget line. Then we compare which one is giving better satisfaction. Which combination is giving better satisfaction? Point C, D on IC1 or point E on IC2. As we know, higher IC means high level of satisfaction. So point E is giving the maximum satisfaction. Consumer equilibrium condition under the IC curve is point E, where consumer is getting maximum satisfaction. I hope you have understood this. I tried to write the notes, which is very important. I tried to frame all the important parts over there so that you can write this in the exam and draw these and draw the graph. Right? Now, the second chapter, consumer equilibrium, is done. In the next class, we will be studying chapter 3rd, that is demand. Demand is a very interesting chapter. You will be loving it. And this, I have told you, this is a very important question from the point of view of the exam. This definitely come in. If you like the video, so do subscribe my channel so that you can have the latest updates, and do share with your friends so that they can also have the better clarity of the subject matter. Thank you.